Greetings. Black women are out here and rebelling, quote unquote, they're resting. Okay? So I don't know what to make of this, but this is coming at the heels of Kamala Harris losing. And right now, according to these black women, okay, they've had it. Okay? They've had it. So, according to the exit polls, 92% of black women did vote for Kamala Harris. So, yes, sisters came out in large numbers and they did vote for Kamala Harris. You can understand their frustration, you can understand their disappointment. So, here is what they are saying, okay? They are Okay. So pay attention. I want you guys to listen to it. Like they are calling it a rest era. Okay. So they're not going to be doing anything anymore. Okay. They're just going to mind their own business. Okay. So let's listen.
I think this election will end the way that some people are thinking it will end. I think something's going to go down that we're not expecting or we don't see coming yet. So I don't think it's going to end the way we think it's going to end. That being said, I want black women to keep the same energy that they have right now. I want black women to keep the same energy that they have right now. I don't want us to switch back. I don't want us to go back into that lead the charge, lead the change attitude that we have. Keep the capes off. We're done. When people show you who they are, believe them. That's word to Maya Angelou. We believe you. We saw the percentages. You don't have to show us anymore. We see it. This has come from someone that led marches in 2020. I'm not doing any more goddamn protests for anybody, unless it's one of my fellow sisters or the 80-something% of black men that voted. Period. I don't care. Go cry tears to somebody that gives a damn, because I don't. I'm not losing sleep over it. I just see you, so I'm gonna treat you accordingly. Point blank. Period. Black women rest era from here on out.
So since we are now, as a collective, black women in our rest era, I decided to kind of like tell you guys what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 years. I will be getting fine. Okay, I will be getting in the best shape of my life. I will be creating content consistently and building my social media strategy business. Yesterday, something in me shifted. I can't even put it to words. I'm going to try, but something in me shifted yesterday. Something in me shifted in a way where it was like, you know what? It is time for you to stop being in service to other people and focus on your mother self. It is time for you to start to put yourself first. It is time for you to start to prioritize yourself. It is time for you to stop playing with your potential. Like, something in me shifted. I can't even describe it. And as I scroll through TikTok, I realize I'm not the only one.
As you can see, these women, okay, they are not having it. They are done. They are completely done. Okay, they're not having it. They're so frustrated, and they, this is them, right? These are different black women in different sectors of life right now who are communicating their frustration. Okay, and what she clearly said, like, okay, she's done. She's gonna go back, take care of herself to be in the best shape of her life and everything. Those are the good things. Okay. Those are the things that as women we should already be doing, okay? Because of feminism, there's things that women are doing that they're not supposed to be doing. And the society has just made things to be that's normal. They've just made it like, you know what, it's okay. Women can do all those things, right? Women empowerment and everything. So this is exactly what happens whenever a woman is operating outside her domain. You are going to get so frustrated with everything around you because, yes, you've been, whatever it is, quote unquote, you've been taking care of business, right? But ask yourself, are the areas you are taking care of, do those fall under your category? Remember, God is not marked, right? He has designed women with specific roles and he's designed men with specific roles, okay? But we tend to think like, okay, you know what I mean? A woman can do the same thing that a man can do, right? Like, we are equal by virtue of us being human beings, right? We are equal by virtue of us being created in the image of God. But men and women are different. We are complementary. The difference is exactly what makes you a woman, what makes a man a man. So you don't want to remove those differences. Okay, so when you're removing those differences, when you're removing those boundaries, right? When you're removing what God has created, it's fixed. You cannot change those things. So superficially, you might think you're changing those things, right? There is always going to be a problem, right? So as a result, these are the things that we are actually seeing manifesting sort of in a public square in all different corners of our society. Because let's be honest, 92%, that is a lot of people, okay? So you are talking about like 9 in 10 Black women who are eligible to voted for Kamala Harris, okay? So what is the percentage of those, what is the percentage of 92 women who are actually frustrated, who are actually thinking in these lines? If you get the point, okay? There's a place for you, but you voted for her, you wanted her to win, right? And she lost. You can be sad, you can be frustrated. That's definitely warranted. But the drastic actions that women are taking, that's the issue, okay? There's things that we're going to be disappointed with in life. That's part of life. That's just normal. But the drastic changes that these women are articulating, the things that they want to do, to me, that's the issue that we definitely need to address as a society. So let's hear some more women who are making these adjustments with their lives, okay?
Onward, depending on what is put in place and what kind of mess happens, and onward, I will be in the gym, holding my camera, editing content, building a business. That's it. Nothing else. Oh, and of course, traveling. Duh. I will be traveling. But aside from that, I'm good. I'm checked out.
This is a lot, okay? Let's listen into some more to what they are planning to do, okay? Black women, they are entering their rest era, okay?
Whatever you want to call it, now is the time to lock in. As we've seen, no group of people who have been in power, who have had the most amount of resources for such a long period of time, is just going to willingly start dispersing resources to the rest of the world. No. And actually, now they're going to make it a lot harder for us to acquire said resources. So stop spending unnecessarily. Build your emergency fund. Start investing. Budget the money that you do have. And if you can, start making a plan to open up different sources of income, because you're going to need more than one. I hate to break it to you, but unless you're over that $300,000 a year mark, you could use more income. And we have to be honest about this stuff. We have to talk about it. We have to have it out in the open. Yes, things suck. This is not the most favorable situation for a lot of us, but now we have to get to a point where we're going to start making an actionable plan so that we can save ourselves. Women, you need to have some kind of weapon with you at all times. If you are not on birth control, you need to shut that down. If you want to take a chance with someone that could potentially take the condom off, something could rip, any kind of accident can happen, you do that. But the margin of error in that department is going to be close to none. There will be no room for error. So take your proper precautions and let's lock in for the next 4 years and make of this what we can.
Hey, Black women, I have a message for you. Make no bones about it, I love all women, but truth be told, our battles are different based on the skin that we bear. So Black women, hear me when I say, your purpose is bigger than this moment. I grant you permission to rest. I remind you that since this country's inception, Black women have carried it on their backs. The first to show up, the last to leave, the most educated, the trendsetters, the culture shifters, the innovators, the sustainers, healers, the artists, and the muse. Baby, it's always been you. And there is nothing that the Black woman hasn't survived up until this point. So what you think that this time gonna be any different? God loves us infinitely, and we continue to thrive, and we will continue to show up for us and you.
Following this election, I've never seen so many Black women say that they are stepping back and prioritizing themselves. Even though I'm Nigerian British, I follow so many Black American creators, and in the run up to the election and every election, there's always so much advocacy, promoting like where the poll stations are, speaking about the elections. There's always so much work done by Black American women when it comes to their elections. Like, they have never taken a backseat. As long as I've been online anyway, it's always been a huge priority for them. Like, I've never seen this where almost all of them, at least most of the creators I follow on here, threads, everywhere, have said, no, I'm prioritizing my peace, I'm prioritizing my community, I'm prioritizing people who look like me, I'm prioritizing myself. And I think a lot of them are kind of excited for what this new season of not giving an F is going to bring. Like, feel so inspired by how much they've just decided to draw a boundary. You've just decided to say, nope, no more, I'm not doing any more. And I think some of us can learn from that. Like, diaspora wars is always going to be a thing. As cousins, families fight all the time. But one thing I find so incredibly inspiring is how you lot put yourselves first. When push comes to shove, you lot know when enough is enough. And I love that. And I think there's a lot to learn from that too.
Black Women's Project 2025 is to rest. We've done all we can. We've done all we can. I said in my last video that community is the answer. That's it. I need you to tap in to the people who love and care about you. I need you guys over the next few months to take inventory of what resources that you have that can be shared amongst you. If you are Christian, this is a very biblical value, right? Acts, they had all things in common. Christianity is actually a very communal, despite what we've seen and heard, Christianity is a very communal religion. And so Project 2025, Black folks, Black women especially, your job is to rest. Kick up your feet. Take off the cape. We showed up. We showed out. We spoke up. We did what we were supposed to do. It is now time to rest. And I'm saying Black women, but Black men as well. Black men as well. It is your time to rest. Rest is an act of resistance. Rest is a rebellion. It is. And I don't mean rest like be apathetic, because that's not what we need. Some of us do need to organize, but I want you to organize for your community, not to save the country. We're done with that now. We're done with that. We'll vote again in 2026 and do our part in the midterm elections to boost whatever we can. But your Project 2025, no matter what happens with the actual Project 2025, which remains to be seen, your job is to do your best, to love yourself, to dig deep, deep roots in your community, and to see what we can do together. We have officially been outed out of this democracy. It's not for us. We will reap the consequences, but we are resilient. Black people are resilient. There was another creator on here. She made a video, and I think I reposted it. But she said, like, we've been through this. We know what to do. We've been faced with this before. For the minorities who wanted white proximity so bad that you voted against yourselves, I pray and I hope that you learn very quickly and you assimilate very quickly to the resilience, the level of resilience that you will need for you to thrive in this new and upcoming democracy. I will speak more on this as I feel like I'm going to be making videos throughout today. But rest today, especially. I unfortunately plan to see a client today because I was optimistic. So I'm going to do that. But other than that, I was going to get some work done today. I am resting. I'm going to take care of my household. I might clean up a little bit, but I am investing in me. And then I'm going to have some TLC. I have some TLC planned later this evening. And then this weekend, me and my girls have a sleepover planned. That's what I'm doing in response to this. And of course, I'm going to spend some time in prayer and I'm going to journal. I'll make another video soon about like how to cope and how to process. Please stay tuned. I'm already planning to meet with colleagues on how we can support our community during this time. So stay tuned. There will be free resources that I am working on. So yeah.
This post is for Black women and Black women only.
You see, these are different women, but the theme that they have is they want to rest, but their resting is not you're resting because you want to rest, but it's out of rebellion, right? Remember, rebellion is actually sin. So whether you're Christian or not, if you're rebelling, you're actually in sin. Who are you rebelling against? And this idea, she provokes, says like, okay, Christianity, like, acts, it was commune. Like, yes, Christianity is, they did live together because they did have things in common, for sure, right? And this is how we're supposed to be living, but we are not supposed to isolate ourselves, right? That's why we are supposed to evangelize the world, right? We are in this world, but not of this world. We're supposed to be salt and light. So how are you going to do that if you retreat, put yourself like, in a quote unquote, in a Christian bubble, okay? That's not the way to go. And not only that, everything that these women are pushing, it's coming out of the heart of, it's feminism masquerading like, okay, it's time we have to take care of ourselves. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you taking care of yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with you being involved with your community. Those are the things that you're supposed to be doing already, okay? As far as you taking care of yourself, those are the things you're supposed to be doing already. Okay, taking care of your loved ones, those are the things you're supposed to be doing already. But when you abandon those things and then you left your responsibility, you left your domain, you went someplace else, and now you've gone outside trying to do all these things, and it has left you frustrated. You're coming back now to your senses, like, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't be doing these things, right? But the way they are coming back to their senses is not so good thing. So maybe these things, a good thing can actually come out of it, whereby people can be like, you know what, enough of this. Let me concentrate on the things that are most, let me sweep my own front porch, okay? We want women to be involved, but not everything is for us, ladies, okay? It might look like it's for us, but not everything is for us. So that's just something that we definitely have to keep in mind. And she, this reference, like, okay, women, like, oh, Black women, we have to do this, we have to do this. Like, you don't want to categorize people like that. Obviously, identity politics is all over the place, but there are other races who did vote for Kamala Harris. What about those women? Why are you shunning those women? And to be honest, like, and if Kamala Harris had won, guess what? These women would feel like we are the one who have delivered quote unquote democracy, right? So they would have wanted to take all the credit to themselves. So right now she didn't make it. If she had made it, you would have ripped like, okay, she won because of us, right? She won because of Black women. So now she's lost. So are they willing to take the loss? Like, okay, she lost because of us, Black women? Because if she won because of Black women. So if she lost because of Black women, right? It has to go both ways. But that's not, that's besides the point. But what I'm trying to stress is this is 92% of women, okay? 9 out of 10. There is an opportunity for us to reach out to these women who are disappointed, who are hurting right now, that we can actually have a conversation with them, okay? What is it that you've lost? Okay, quote unquote reproductive rights. But what does it entail? Okay, it entails eliminating so many young women. So what about those women? Are we for those women? So there is a conversation that, we can definitely take advantage to be having this conversation, use it as an opportunity to bridge, you know what I mean? To bridge, to go to them, right? To have this conversation, to reach out to them. Because right now they are sad, they're definitely vulnerable. They're looking for something hopeful, right? You are never going to get your hope out of the White House. It's never going to come out of White House. It's never going to come out of White House. So we have the good news of the kingdom, okay, where Christ is ruling and reigning on his throne. The Jesus kingdom. That's what gives hope beyond the 4 years in the White House. 1 Peter 1:3, right? Do not let your adorning, the braiding of hair, the putting on of gold jewelry, or the clothing you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. So these are the things that women, we should be pursuing, okay? You want to be a wise woman, okay? Wisdom, beautiful. You need to be obedient. It's a good thing for you to obey, right? Because all the readers, they are put in place because of God, okay? We are going to be obedient, okay? And it talks about the quiet and meek spirit. So those are the things that we should be doing, okay? Pursuing to be a Proverbs 31 woman who is busy about taking care of business at home, managing the home, right? If you're a worker, be a good worker. Okay? If you're married, submit to your husband. Be respectful to your husband. If you don't have a husband, be respectful to those who are authority in your life, to your parents, your elders. Be a productive member of your society. So don't put your hope, your eggs in politics. You can be involved in your community. People can know you as a woman with good works in your community without you being associated with any political party. So, these women they're entering their rest era. Okay. So it shouldn't be hard for us to identify them. Let's reach out to them, share the good news of the gospel, and offer them the hope that is beyond White House, the hope that is beyond the grave. But all right, guys, I'm interested to know what you think can be the best way to reach out to these women, because they are all around you. These are your neighbors. These are your coworkers. These are your friends on social media. So you can actually reach out to them with hope. You don't want to gloat, okay? You don't want to be boastful to them. We want to plant seeds with these women. We want to be salt and light to these women. We want to reach these people to Christ, because they're women. They're influential, okay? Can you imagine 92% of these women, if 50% of that 92 can be reached, what is that going to do within our communities? Because they are influential for sure. So we want them to be influencing their communities for positive things that are God-honoring, things that are godly. So, I'm looking at those women I'm looking like, you know what? You can share Christ with that one. Why are you so disappointed? Why do you want to rest? What is it that's bothering you? What are you going to, what do you think is going to come out of this? Okay? But I have good news for you. A good news that's not going to disappoint. A good news that's going to make you joyful. A good news that's going to make you shout. Even when you're crying, like there's hope, that's going to make you like, you know what? You pray without ceasing, right? The hope that springs eternal. That's what we have to offer to such women. All right, guys. That is all that I had for you guys today. I hope you find this to be informative to you. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, remember to be in the know. Thank you.